Hey guys, Lucas Green here, and we're now on list number 3 of ranking on the Scooby-Doo Series 1. This is the Culprits list, so let's not waste any time and get through it. At number 14, we have, wait, there's something I want to mention for you. Oh yeah, I had to mention, of course, before we start, that I'm doing my ranking of the culprits differently how Adam's doing it. He was doing from least destructive to the most destructive done. I'm doing it on from uh, least sympathetic to most sympathetic. That's how I'm doing it. So from that knowledge, number 1, to no surprise, is the Hunsuckers. They're basically poachers. I was considering swapping 1 and 2 around, which is the Gladiator, which is up next. Because the Gladiator did destroy just relics, but at the same time he took a risk of also probably causing another volcanic eruption. So it's hard to say, because the Hunsuckers are bad, but for attacking animals. But if they destroy most of a home, then that seems like a bigger scale. But I don't know. Anyway, though, the Hunsuckers are pretty bad. I guess I may swap Yugo and the Hunsuckers around, but still, either way you slice it, I'll just tie them for the same spot. So for the 13th spot, I'll tie Yugo and the Hunsuckers together. About that, sounds fair. And number 12 is Officer Clamphammer, just a criminal getting his loot back. I don't really feel any sort of sympathy for this guy at all. Why should I feel any sympathy? Let's swipe that across. There we go. I'm not sure why I should feel any sympathy for a criminal. Yeah, he's just gonna steal his loot and get it back, so not much to say there. Next up is 11, is Janet Lawrence refusing to accept the failure of her experiment and to delay the launch as much as possible. Basically, she has to get over herself, really. Person who needs help, I would say. It's hard for her to admit that, and she feels the need to come up with this whole alien ruse. Yeah, she does. I would say she's a person who needs help. Number 10 is Susan Dimwitty. This person was trying to reclaim the fame that her children had, and the children wanted to move on from it and go their own way because that wasn't for them. And she was trying to control their children's lives, which is kind of forced, and to a point where she was trying to use the mystery machine to get back at fame more. And it feels to me like that character is more hungry for fame than it is than her own kids, because she feels like she's using her kids, like with Randy. Yeah. Alright, then moving on. Next spot, we have Senor Supeva and Heather, of course. Their goal is to stop people from nabbing gold. You're basically greed, of course, protecting the gold for themselves. And of course, using this. I think it's a bit much for a plan, going a bit hypersterical. I mean, I put these characters above Susan Dimwitty because there's not really much. It's easy competition to beat her because at least they have more brains trying to come up with their plan there than Susan did. But yeah, I would say it's a bit much for just protecting gold. I feel like those characters should have gotten over themselves and moved on. But I will give them credit for at least coming up with a pretty good plan. And there is that one joke that I do find funny, which is, even though I didn't get it, but I still find it funny, like, I hope the curse would scare away O'Reilly. Never. Okay. It's okay to accept you're scared at something. Moving on, though, next up we have number 8, which is Professor Higginson from the Snowman episode, where he wants to reclaim his family fortune. I was going to put this character up higher for being more sympathetical, but then Adam did point out that destroying homes, not everyone will forgive you on Christmas. Christmas or not. So, otherwise you have no home to live. To be fair though, even if you destroyed the home, wouldn't you have a gold bar to basically repair the damages? Okay, Adam. But yeah, I've lowered it a bit just because of that little factor there. But still, it is more sympathetical because it was a sympathetical episode. It was trying to get more of a point across there, and I did appreciate the message. Number 7 is Crodak Mike, an extreme prank gone way too far. There wasn't really much harm done, to be precise, but it was taking things a bit too far just to get a quick buck, and I didn't really appreciate it. Next up, we have Validia Flanders at number 6, trying to get in the spotlight, which is, again, you can feel sorry for her because she never got the chance because she was rejected by Mr. Stone. But ruining someone else's life to do that is not too much. If you can't take it there, just start a new career somewhere else. Next up is number 5, Bob Taylor. And this is just to keep a friend's legacy around because he didn't think like it was doing a good job, and that is very sympathetical. And the only damage he really did was destroy some chairs, and that can be replaced easily. So it is pretty sympathetical, but you didn't need to go that far with it, basically. Number 4 is Avalanche Anderson, another guy trying to reclaim fame. He did it a bit better than Validia Flanders because she wasn't ruining someone's life to do it. Well, Avalanche Anderson was just making a creature to get in the way of the event. So it was a better handled version of Validia Flanders' plot there. At number 3, we have Vincent Wong. Was it Wing? Wong or Wing? I don't know. But wanting to get out of doing a film because he had a contract he can get out. Well, yeah, I kind of sympathize with that, but at the same time, you can just do it the best you can, or you can't quit, can you? I mean, you can quit. I mean, you don't have. No one's forcing you to do it, so there are ways of getting out there. I don't think someone will force you to quit, and if they are forced, I mean, there are options you can do to get out of this. That's what I'm saying. Next up, number 2, of course, is Crunchy, trying to protect the turtles, but at the same time, you're disguising yourself as a vicious predator-looking monster. That's gonna scare the turtles off some way or another. And what if the turtles accidentally get damaged in the crossfire? All about that? I mean, I do appreciate that Crunchy had his heart in the right place, and that's why I do appreciate it, standing up for others and all that. Of course, number 1, to no one's surprise, for me anyway, is Terry, of course, of the roller coaster episode. Getting no credit. I feel like these sisters should have treated each other fairly. Because, not that Chris treated her badly, it's just that she took barely any notice of her. And it was rather sad too. However, it doesn't stop Chris from telling her mum about it. But still, I really think those two need to get their crap together and work their differences out. Because, it is pretty sad. And it is, it's understandable for the argument. But nothing was really in danger, I think about it. Just the rise was just gimmicks to look sabotage. No one was really in any danger, which makes sense. I do appreciate how much heart was behind the message. And overall, it's still a great episode on many regards. So, once again, another ranking, of course. On episodes, I had Roller Coaster. Monsters, number 2, Roller Coaster. And for Culprits, this is pretty much a great episode, isn't it? So, we'll see what happens when I do the final ranking, when I do the chase sequences. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the final video of today on the Amphitheater's Archive channel. Well, I don't know about that because he may upload more, but for me anyway, it's the last video after this.